guys and dolls. So a couple of weeks ago I did a review of the Modern Craft collection from OCC, and I've gotten a lot of requests to do sort of a how-to Liptar video because it's kind of a different sort of product. It's not a gloss, it's not really a lip stain, it's not really a lipstick, it's sort of it's kind of somewhere between stain and lipstick, and a lot of people think it's gloss and they go and they put on too much and it's a hot mess. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through some of the best practices with Liptar, some things that I've developed over the years of using them and things that I've just found work better for me. So hopefully these tips will help you, and let's get started. So the first thing that I do is I prep the lips before I apply a Liptar because it's a kind of drying product because it's sort of a stain. So what I do is I put a heavy amount of lip balm on before, and then I fully remove it because if it's left over, it's gonna make a greasy, creasy, you know, lip feathery. Ugh. So take it off. Take it all off. So the next thing you want to do is use a lip primer. Not all lip primers are created equal. Some are just glorified lip balms. Two I have here that actually work quite well are the Too Faced Lip Insurance lip primer and the MAC Prep and Prime. Now the MAC Prep and Prime is my favorite because it does hydrate the lips, but it also dries down and it helps to lock on lipstick without over drying. Whereas the Lip Insurance is a little over drying, and it's fine if you're going to be using a very creamy, balmy kind of lipstick on top. But if you're going to be using something like the OCC Liptar, which is already kind of drying, this creates kind of situation. So the MAC Prep and Prime lip balm is my primer of choice when using the OCC, and I just smooth that on all over the lip. So while that is setting up, I'm going to be using a clear lip pencil. This is from Urban Decay. This is the Ozone pencil. I've used this for a couple years. What's great about this is that it actually creates another barrier that the Liptar won't want to cross. So what I do is I actually put this on the outside of my lip line. Some people do it on top of their lips. I find it works better this way. Especially since I have this lip scar tissue. If I don't do this, it all just bleeds out from there because the tissue's different, and the lip scar tissue extends past where my lip line is. So definitely take my advice on this. Alright, so now we get to the actual Liptar. And so many people have said, you know, it's watery, it's thin, it's meant to be, guys. It's a very, very thin, super pigmented liquid lipstick. And another thing is that this is not an applicator. This is just this is the vessel for it. What you want to do is get a clean palette. This is a metal petri dish. You can get these online. And this little tiny bit I just put on here is far too much. We will not use this entire thing. Not even close. The Liptar I'm using today is Anita, which is a beautiful, beautiful brick deep burgundy red, yummy, come to mama color. It looks fantastic on me, and I would imagine it would look good on a lot of different skin tones. Now when you purchase a Liptar, you actually get one of these little mini brushes in your like little bag that they come in. This one right here is just the large version of that same brush, so it's not like I'm using something completely crazy that doesn't come with the Liptar. I just prefer the longer handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edge some of this out from the main portion so I'm not getting too much on the brush. Now here's my greatest secret with Liptars. I start with the center of the lip because I found that when you just do the outside first, you're going to make a little bit of a hot mess. You're going to have too much product in that outer corner. So instead, start with the center, fill it in, and then whatever's left on the brush, you go and you perfect that outer edge. Now if you make a little boo-boo while you're applying your Liptar, or any lipstick really, don't worry, there's a perfect secret for cleaning up that mess, and that is to take like a little cotton bed or something and wipe in towards your mouth instead of to the side or you know, outward or anything, because you're just going to spread the mess. So wipe it in towards your mouth, and then you can go in, you can grab a little bit of face powder or concealer or whatever, clean up the part next to your mouth, and then you can go ahead and fill that right back in. Alright, so then I have some finishing touches. I will take a sheer but slightly tinted face powder and this brush from Sonia Kashuk, which I'm terribly sorry they don't sell anymore, and I'll just clean up the edges with this. And by adding a powder, it creates another kind of textural barrier so it won't bleed or feather. And then just blend it out from there. Some people do concealer, but I just don't feel like it's necessary. So this is how I do lip tars when I wear them. I find them to be very long lasting, really, once you really learn how to use them, they're fantastic. When I first got them, I was using way too much product. I was trying to mix colors on my lips instead of on a palette beforehand. And when you go to mix colors, you really don't need that much. Like you can see how much of this I didn't end up even using. And what I would say is just always kind of go from the outside of where you have product instead of dipping into where you have the majority of it, because you're going to put too much on your brush and make a whole mess. Start from the center and work your way out, and then eventually clean up on the outer edges. Make a textural barrier by using a powder on the outside of the lip lines just to kind of set it in place and tell it to stop moving. If you make a boo-boo, do not worry about it. Wipe it in towards the mouth instead of out or down or side to side or anything like that, because you always end up making a bigger mess that way, and then it's so much harder to clean up. And in terms of removing this, I always take this off with a makeup remover just to get all the pigment off, because they're a little stubborn if you don't use a makeup remover. And then I apply a ton of lip balm afterwards, because it is a long wearing, kind of drying product. It is scented like peppermint, and peppermint oil can be a little bit drying, so just kind of be aware of that and enjoy your lip tars. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to be vintage or tacky, just be yourself. See you, bye.